10,000 steps per day. As I mentioned yesterday, your steps is going to be a very vital tool when it comes to transforming your body and reaching your fitness goal. 10,000 steps may seem like a lot, but it's really not when you intentionally plan to get your steps in throughout the day. This is not a feat that you can knock out all at once. 10,000 steps has to be structured. So that's why we do our 15, 20 minutes in the morning. We walk around lunch. We walk throughout our day. When we're running errands, we park a little bit further just to get our steps in. Grab your walking pads. Let's go. This is day 2, 10,000 steps. If you want to transform your body, this is how you're going to do it. Pace doesn't need to be too fast. Just enough to get our heart rate going, our blood flowing. This is going to keep us right within the fat burning zone. Get your walking pads out. Let's go. We have to be very intentional about our step count. 10,000 steps per day is ideal. 12,000 is even better. $10,000 steps per day is the goal. And once you start to make this a habit, and you do this on a regular basis, you're going to feel so much better. Not only is ensuring that you get your 10,000 steps going to help you to maintain your weight and even decrease your weight, it's also going to improve your mental clarity, your energy. You're going to feel so much better. If you're into fitness-related content, I would suggest you subscribe. My name is Coach D Fish. I go by the Ladies Fitness Coach. I help women to transform their bodies. And in order to do so, we got 3 important tools to transform your body. Number 1 is going to be proper nutrition, making sure to cut excess sugar. So proper nutrition is number 1. Number 2 is going to be what we're doing right here, step count, 10,000 steps per day. And number 3 is weight training, at least 3 days a week. You do all three of those things, and I can guarantee your body will change. There's not many guarantees in life, but I guarantee you do that, your body will transform. So if you don't take anything from any of my videos, any of my lives, that's one takeaway. Proper nutrition, 10,000 steps per day, weight train 3 days a week, and your body will change. And as I was mentioning earlier, 10,000 steps may seem like this huge feat, but it's really not. You have to be intentional about it, and you got to break it up. So you should structure it in a way to where you know exactly how many steps you got to do to get through the day. What I mean by that is, let's say your day starts at 8 a.m. You should know by 12, you should at least be around 4,000 steps on a day. If you're not, you got to pull that walking pad out and get to it. So for those of you that work remote and work remote from home, if you don't have a walking pad, I suggest you purchase one like immediately. It's going to be your best friend on your fitness journey. And so what you can do is just pull that out during your free time, get your morning walk in, get your afternoon walk in around lunchtime, And then we're also going to walk in the evening as well. And as you can see, I'm not walking too fast. I'm walking at a brisk pace, a pace that I can still hold a conversation without sounding too labored, without my breathing being too labored. So this is where you want to be. You want to maintain the speed that's comfortable for you. And the goal is around 20 minutes. You track your steps from there. You see where you are. Just add where you need to. But I'm telling you, sometimes we overcomplicate things, especially pertaining to fitness. We feel like we got to do all these trendy workouts. We got to, take all these supplements. When really you don't. Your diet should consist of maybe 70% whole food, cut the processed foods, avoid excess sugar, do your steps for every day, 10,000 steps per day, and lift weights at least 3 times a week. That's it. That's all you have to do. I think sometimes people think in order to live a healthy lifestyle, you got to deprive yourself of everything. You don't. You just have to prioritize movement, try to eat the right things most of the time, and pick up some weights a couple times per week. That's it. And your body will change. As I mentioned earlier, we got 3 tools or 3 things you need to do in order to transform your body. Number 1 is proper nutrition. That's the most important. Number 2 is what we're doing here, 10,000 steps per day. And number 3, weight train 3 days a week. Why is it only you in the chat? I'm not sure, but I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for being here. Even if I only reach 1 person, my mission is complete. I'm just trying to help people to live better lives, better quality lives, I should say. If you don't have a walking pad, I highly suggest you get yourself one. And depending on where you live, you might have access to good weather a little bit more often than I do. So you may be able to get majority of your steps in outside. But for those of you that may be living in a colder climate, Midwest like myself, walking pads is going to be essential. I'm not sure how many steps we're at right now, but as you can see, I got some blood flow going. I'm working up a little bit of a sweat, and I can already feel my mood improving. I feel more energized. So this is a great way to start your day. I'm going to try to make this a regular thing. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I go by Coach D Fish, the ladies fitness coach. And I'm here to motivate you all to live better quality lives and to help you reach your fitness goals. So these daily walks are going to be a regular thing. I'm on Central Time, so my goal is going to be somewhere around 8:30, 9 a.m. Central for the morning walk. And then we do it again around lunchtime. In addition to that, we're also going to be doing some live workouts, fitness challenges, all of those type of things. I think we may do a step workout a little bit later, so I may post that. And I don't want any of you all that's into this type of content to miss anything, so hit subscribe so you can catch all of the posts, catch all of the workouts, and I can help you take your fitness journey to the next level. Welcome in, get your walking pads out. This is our morning walk. The goal is 10,000 steps per day. And in order to hit 10,000, you got to chip it off. You got to be intentional. You got to walk whenever time allows. And by the end of the day, you'll reach your quota. What we have about 10 minutes in. Okay. Goal is 15 minutes. And we're off. That's right. I feel like people overcomplicate things pertaining to fitness. Everyone feels like they gotta do all these trendy things. You gotta do what you see other people doing, but it's not that complicated. I tell people, you got 3 things you gotta do to transform your body. One, proper nutrition, which is pretty much a diet that consists of 70% whole foods. Avoid processed foods as much as possible. Avoid fried foods as much as possible. Monitor your sugar intake. Number 2, step count, 10,000 steps per day, between 10,000 and 12. And number 3, I got bad vision. I can't see that comment. I'm a little too far away. But if you have any questions, comment your questions on the recap, and I can get back to you and help you any way I can. And if you're into this type of content, hit subscribe. But like I was saying, as far as the 3 things we must do to transform our body, number 1, proper nutrition. Number 2, step count, 10,000 steps per day. And number 3, weight training, at least 3 days a week. All right, we're going to go for about another 5 minutes. If you don't have a walking pad at home, I highly suggest you get yourself one. This is going to be a very important tool on your fitness journey. Very important. What we're doing right here is going to regulate our weight. And the more you do it, it begins to decrease your rate. And the good thing about walking is walking puts you in the fat burning zone. I know you hear all the time, fat burning workouts, fat burning zone. This is the fat burning zone right here. The more you walk, the more fat you burn throughout the day. Also, the more calories you burn the rest. $10,000 steps is all about being intentional. Of course, we're not going to get on here and do all 10,000 at once. We're going to split it up throughout the day. We're going to walk a little bit in the morning. We're going to walk at lunch, and we're going to walk after dinner. And of course, throughout the day, we're going to move as much as possible, and that's going to add to our step count as well. So we do this every day. And some days, depending on how active you are through the day, if it's a day where you're doing a lot of shopping and moving around, you might get most of your steps in without even getting on the walking pad. So the goal doesn't have to be to pull the walking pad out every day. The goal just is to hit step count, however you choose. So you do that every day. You watch what we eat. Make sure our diet consists of 70% whole foods. Avoid fried food. Avoid excess sugar. And we weight train 3 days a week. That's it. I'm gonna be on here maybe another minute or so, and I'm back on. I'm gonna get back on probably somewhere around 12:30. I'm on Central Time. So if you want to pull out your walking pad and join, feel free. Laying in bed. That's all right. Once you get up, pull that walking pad out. You prefer to do faster cardio? Cool. We got about a minute left. This is the morning walk. We're going to do it again around noon, around 12:30 Central. We're back on here. Oh, no cardio, just fasting. Why no cardio? You absolutely do need to weight train. Now, when it pertains to fasting, sometimes, depending on how long you fast, at some point, you're not just going to lose excess fat, you're going to begin to lose muscle as well. So that's why weight training is going to be very important, because you want to retain as much muscle as you can while you're fasting. So weight training for you is going to be more important than the cardio is, because you do not want to lose muscle. That is not the goal. And I know when you're fasting, sometimes your energy level isn't always the best. And also you're not your strongest when you're fasting either. So you have to kind of, what am I trying to say? Program your workouts a little differently. Just focus on the major muscle groups. Use your energy on those. Major muscle groups in your legs, major muscle groups in your chest and your back and your shoulders. How you doing? 3 to 5 days. So since you've been fasting, how many pounds are you down? Gonna give it about another minute, but I will be back on around 12. And if you're into this type of content, feel free to hit subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you all that joined, even if you only watched for a second. Oh, wow. 6 to 8 pounds a week. Oh, wow. Okay, so since you're dropping that quick, you really got to make sure you're lifting weights for sure. How long do you plan on fasting? At some point, I know it has to be an end goal at some point. So how long are you going to be doing that? Really? Well, it sounds like you're on the right track, and it takes a lot of discipline to do what you're doing. So you got to commend yourself for that, pat yourself on the back for that. But also listen to your body. Your body is going to let you know when it's time to give that a break and add some more fuel to your body. Well, I appreciate you all joining. Please feel free to subscribe, and I will be back on around 12 o'clock Central.